All right, welcome to day 3 of the challenge. I'm currently in on a trade already. Yeah, EU trade. I don't know how it's going right now, but okay, it's actually going pretty well. Let's go to the chart. So I'll show you what I'm seeing. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe because we are going to 30 days, and this is currently day 3. So there's still a lot more for you to see. If you have not watched day 1 and day 2, watch so that you understand why I'm doing all of this that I'm doing. All right, but right now let's go to the chart. So I'll show you what I'm saying. I'll still do a proper breakdown when the trade is over, like later in the day. But let me just show you the setup. So let's go. So this is the setup. This is what I'm seeing. Wow, and it's doing quite well. I've sent it to the Telegram guys already. I think I want to show you this, but I'm holding my camera with one hand and my mic with the other hand. So you see this level that price is currently reacting off. That's a resistance level that I'm kind of like scared for, because I don't know. You don't know these buyers now, they can just buy from there. But then I trust my analysis. So yes, we just keep on hoping. Yeah, so I hope this one turns out well. If price can break below this line successfully, then this trade is a win-win. Like, I'm certain, but A plus setups can also go haywire. So yeah, so let's see what happens. But this is real tug of war. Like, this is really what's happening? So I feel there's a manipulation happening, or manipulation is about to happen, because this is a support zone, right? Resistance zone that turned support. So first liquidity has been grabbed here, right? Now price is respecting that zone. Is inviting more people in. So two things. Now, as price is still doing that, I could say, okay, price is using this as liquidity to invite more people in and then take them out, right? But then if you look up on the other side, let me change it to something we can see. Okay, so if you look well at this other side, there's also a build-up of trend line liquidity here. Can you see? First touch, second touch, third touch. People are actually coming in right now, bro. People are coming in right now. So there's liquidity to the upside, there's liquidity to the downside. You get which one price will take, we don't know. So price could literally do something like, okay, come here, right? Respect this zone and then go down, and then use this to follow the pump up to take this guy out. Then maybe during New York, price will come back down, right? That's a possibility. Another possibility is price will respect this zone, come straight up, take this whole liquidity, come back, act like it's respecting this one, then take this one out totally, and then go back up. That is a very big possibility too. Right, so anything that happens, I just have to be here to monitor, because this price action I'm seeing, I don't like it. Like, this trend line just turned me off. Like, actually just turned me off, right? So if we can successfully break this zone, right, then I will hold this trade. Win or lose, I will hold this trade. Because then there's nothing stopping it from getting there, right? I would hold the trade. But then if we don't break this zone, and hey, where's my zone? Okay, but we don't break this zone, and then price now decide to break this trend line, then I know that, okay, price is coming for this. So yes, let's just watch and see. All right, so this is my Telegram channel where I put all my setups basically, right? So okay, this was when I updated them about the trade and everything. Okay, so yeah, this was the proper breakdown I did on the trade, so you can go and check it out in the group. I'll put the link in the description. I came here for a reason. I came to show you something here. Okay, so this was when I left the trade. So I could not record when I left the trade, So that's why I'm showing you guys here. So I put everything is on my Telegram. That you get everything is on my Telegram. So in case you miss anything, you can always get it on my Telegram. Or in case I could not film some things, it's always on my Telegram, right? So this was when I left the trade right here, right? Because of this support zone, and then later on I found this trend line. Trend line liquidity, the price was building up, right? So I left the trade somewhere around here. And I informed the guys I am leaving the trade right here. So yeah, so this the link to the group will be in the description. I also missed a very sweet buy on GU. That won't pay me, but it's fine. So yes, it is what it is. The link to the Telegram will be in the description. So if you want to keep up with me, like real life, real life update and everything, just join the Telegram. See you on the inside. PS is actually free. So yeah. Okay, welcome to the trade breakdown. So like I said, this is actually day 4. I wasn't able to do that to do day 3 video yesterday, which I'm pained about, but it's not totally my fault though. I had light issues, like serious light issues. I'm even grateful they brought the light today. Alright, so let's come back here. Let's come back here. Okay, let's come back here. Okay, I think I should clear all of this. So it should be fresh. Great. Yes. Yes. And let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so what did I see exactly to make me want to sell from here? All right. So first of all, um, this red box here is London. I think I've made that clear in the last video. Okay. So I needed London, or I usually need London to sweep a high or to mitigate the point of interest basically before I look for a setup always. So you have to price has to mitigate a point of interest before I think of anything. That has to be like the first thing. Okay, so price did not mitigate this. Price did not sweep this liquidity because this is a swing high. So price did not mitigate it at all. Right here, if you check it. But then if you come to GU at around that same time, can you see? At around that same time, price already came here to take out this high and also mitigate this point of interest here, this open close gap. So I was considering a sell on EU just basically of the fact that there's an SMT. So an SMT basically means, okay, if price refuses to sweep a high on Euro USD and it sweeps it on GBP USD, that's like a footprint of smart money too, right? So let me mark it out for you so you see what I'm talking about. It usually looks like this. I'll probably do a proper breakdown of how I trade, like my strategy and what I use and everything basically. So this is what it looks like on EU, right? Then on GU, are you seeing this is literally like the opposite? Can you see? Good. So that was the first confirmation I saw, and I was like, all right, this one would sell, right? Then I have to look for my entry on the 5 minutes time frame, right? So I came down to the 5 minutes time frame to look for my entry, and this is what I saw. Okay. Okay, so this is what I saw here. After price did what it did on GU, it swept be high and everything. There was a market structure shift here on EU. But if you check it out well, you'll notice that it didn't break with the body. So this was quite aggressive, and I was like, okay, I can't take it. All right, can't take it yet. Then I had this second break right here. Now after I had the second break, I was like, I was very, very optimistic. I was like, let me just risk it, okay? Why? Because on the line chart, it has broken structure like twice. So I was like, let me just, risk it and everything. So I entered aggressively here, and on my Telegram channel, that I told them that was kind of like a risk entry, and I put like an orange line here that okay, if I should break this orange line with a body, if it breaks with a body, then this trade should go well, right? And then price, came here, mitigated it, and then gave this very beautiful push to the downside, but then refused to break it, right? He refused to break it totally, like he refused to break it. So I was looking and I was like, what could be the problem? Because usually this kind of setup should not take too much time. You get it, should just, melt to the downside. And I looked well and I was like, oh, okay, I saw what's happening. There are actually buyers around this zone, right? So there are buyers around this zone. And I was like, okay, what else is price trying to tell me? And at this point, we were right here, like right here. So I knew that there were buyers around here, and I was like, okay, of course I would expect resistance from here. Okay, well, price is not. I know that buyers are here, sure. So my prediction was that if price should break here, I'll be safe and I'll just look to like target these Asian lows, right? Um, but then price now started behaving somewhat like price now started going up, started behaving weirdly. And then I looked at it again. I'm like, what else can I see? And then I realized that okay, actually there's a trendline liquidity building up here. Can you see very, very clean? I'm like, okay. Why is it building up liquidity? But why is it building up liquidity for what? Right. And also notice there's also another liquidity build right here. So if you look at this, look like a retail pattern. I don't know, maybe like a rising wedge or something. And I was like, okay, this was going to happen. Since price is reacting off this zone, right? And this trade is no longer high probability. I'll still be in the trade, but then once price can break this trend line to the upside, then I'm out of the trade, right? Because if price breaks this trend line to the upside, then obviously the buyers they've won the battle already, right? So I left the trade the moment price broke this. I left it around here or so, right? And I was willing to re-enter if price should come back with momentum. All these things I said on my Telegram channel, right? So if price should break this, if price had broken this low, I'll know that okay, sellers are back, and then we'll look to continue the ride to the downside, right? But then can you see price did not do that at all? Price did not do that at all. So this was how I was able to escape this loss by literally just checking the market, checking out for liquidity points, checking out for reaction points, checking out for points where price could literally turn from, and being able to read price accurately, because this is literally reading price. Like price will tell you everything you need to know. You're not just vigilant enough. Okay, you're not just vigilant enough. So later that day, right? Later that day, after I left this trade and everything, price came back and then swept this high, which I knew would happen because of this the whole liquidity, right? And then it broke structure to the downside. Now this was where I messed up. After I broke structure to the downside, I should have entered my trade right here, around this zone, because on 15 minutes, this is a fair value gap on 15 minutes, right? I would have entered around this zone right here. But I was not looking at the stop loss. Okay, this stop loss is too big. The stop loss is too this. The stop loss is too that. Right. So my first entry was now here. All right. But then somehow I knew that price would not get there, because like I said, on 15 minutes, is a fair value gap. Let me show you. And you see on 15 minutes, it's a fair value gap. Can you see right here?
So I knew that, okay, at some point, price will have to come out to this $5 but this zone I wasn't so sure about, right? So I was like, okay, no, what will happen? I'll wait for New York, right? I'm going to do the same thing I did on day 2. I'm going to wait for New York, wait for a turtle soup, and then kind of like drive price to the downside, which happened. Like that one happened. If you see, that one actually happened, right? Fries came, right? Turtle soup as usual. This is also all of you need to learn for continuation. Very, very important. So price came, turtle souped this guy, broke to the downside, and then I now had my entry right here. I have my entry right, just right here. If I stop loss above, when I stop loss above here, come on now, guy. Okay, so my stop loss above here, right? I might take profit towards these Asian lows. Okay, let's just say this fair value gap in general, right? That was what I was looking at. That was what I was looking at, honestly speaking, right? But I don't know what happened. I set an alert here. I was lying down. Then I saw tagged in. I was so happy, safe. Then I came to my funded next account, like my MT5, bro. I was not tagged in on. The data on funded next was totally different from what you are seeing right here. Totally different. Like on the funded next broker, price didn't get here. Price just go to this other book right here. Right here. And then price just ran away. Price didn't get here. Price just ran away, guy. It was so painful. And then I was not regretting because I actually saw first confirmation here, right? And I hesitated to like take the trade because you are taking the trade right here. I mean, would have probably been done with this challenge, right? I'm not done, almost done, because then I could be out of Jordan. I could be, right? Because you're giving me like 1 to 3, and how I enter my how I maximize profits is literally, since I found another entry here, I could just put it on a break even and then risk another 30 here to get. But then I don't know, that didn't happen, and it was painful sharp, but at least would have gotten something of this beautiful trade here. But it happens sometimes. You know, brokerage data will be different. Same thing happened on Monday too, if you can remember on day 1. On GU, same thing also happened, right? But I mean, but the lesson I want you guys to take from this breakdown is very simple. Always learn to read price action bit by bit. Always learn to know what price is doing at certain times. Always learn to check your surrounding when you're doing analysis. Okay, what is price actually doing here? Why is price doing this? Okay, because that way you'll be able to save yourself from unnecessary loss, some unnecessary stress, honestly speaking. Because I mean, something that was quite hard for me to do yesterday was that I had so much expectation in this trade. So when all of this was happening, I was like, oh God, let this trade not just give me the sign I need to leave the trade. Do you understand? And then when he gave me the sign I needed to leave the trade, I was very, very hesitant. I was like, no, price will still come down, price will still come down. But thank God I didn't give into emotion. And then I just left the trade, and I was like, anything that happened will happen. And I was ready to take the consequences, because if how I do this thing is that once I make the decision, then I make another counter decision, and I'm like, okay, I'm leaving the trade now, but that does not mean the trade idea is gone. Because remember I said something like, if price should break this low, I will be looking to continue. So that was the counter decision I made, that okay, that way I will feel better, that okay, I'm staying the trade, okay? And apparently price did not do that. So that was how I escaped this loss, and I'm so grateful for that.